Hello there, I'm just Masood here, and I'm gonna do show you my C++ programming on DoublyLinkedList. And here's my main menu, and just go enter your information. Just enter where you want to put in the position, and that just stores your information. Then you can just delete any information. So where do you want to delete from? And search function, just all these different from subclass and sub menu, these different types of searches. Search by first name, just and here you can see just print out whatever you search for. And let's see if we can go to average, enter level 10, average level equals 0. Still have to fix that. Find and remove, so it just finds all these. It's basically print man 10, so you get 0 experience because level 10 hasn't given any experience. So if we use a different figure, so go to average and 24, you can see average experience is 100. And she'll just exit out of this. And I'm just gonna explain a bit of code. Okay, just to go through the code, and we'll start off with our main libraries we've included. A few of them are used, and the classes I've used from the others. And these are some methods used in this. And we need to check for memory leak. We don't want any memory leak. And we're using enums for our search functions. So we start off with creating data of players. So we got first name, last name, experience, and levels. And then we just input these players and just using these variables inside our methods and functions. And we're going to do all of these while in a while loop. So while we insert these in between these choices, which are the enums up here. So first we got insert, just inserting players with our information, so it will go down to insert. So you just enter the player name, experience level. Then it will move down to delete, and you can delete which position you want. Then it will search, then use an enum here again. So search for first name, search by last name, search by level, and search by experience. Then we just go find the average of the data. So whatever level you enter is going to show you the average experience for the level. And then print whatever we have in our data and exit if it's not in that loop when the do while. And the other is just get input and output for user inputs. Then we over here we got timer class. Just basic timer class will just check how long it takes for it to get through certain stages. So this is just a header file, and here's a main CPP file. As you can just see, it's just a basic class that we've covered through class, so pretty much the same code. Then we have our player class. It has private and public, so we have private variables and public. So we got constructor, default constructor, deconstructor, getters and setters as usual. Then just bringing those in here and just filling in, giving them variables and declaring them, and just getting and setting all of them, and then print out. And then we got menu header, so we just got main menu, sub menu, and just input. for menus. Then we got our main menu here. Then we got a sub menu, and then the input for the user functions. Then we got our player database class, and just defining the class and inputting our player, including player linked list and linked list. And I'll go through linked list in a second, and I'm going to be using vectors. So we just got main header files for these, and so we got basically append, insert, remove, and search by first, last, level, and experience, and print results and get the average. And there's the CPP file for player database. So we got the append, insert, and remove. Then we got the search function. So first search by first name, then we have search by last name, then we have search by level, then we got search by experience. So they're just going to search by whatever level or experience you enter as user inputs. Then we have get average, so it's going to input the average experience, and then print out, so whatever is in the data, and this is just to print out the results. Then we go to our DoublyLinkedList, so we got our main define class, then include your player, including the player class, and then we got a decoration for what we'll be using. So we'll be using nodes, iterators, and linked list. So first of all, we'll just go to add nodes. So double list node is the first one we have. So this is going to contain all the list. So we have our major data store and pointers to next and previous on the list. So we got constructor, default constructor, full constructor, and deconstructors. And these are just returning to a next node or previous node. And this is just to set data in the next or previous node and set a new value into them. And that's pretty much for our node class. Then we have our linked list class. So we've basic head and tail. Then we've default constructor and deconstructor. Then we have temporary node pointers, and this just has a way to save the pointer to the next node and delete. And then we just check if the list is empty. It's to add new elements to the end of the list, so we need to make sure it's empty. And then we create a new head node. Then make the current node become the new node. Then we add a new element to the start of the list. So we use prevent. So we create a new node. Then we set the head node and the tail node if we need. Well, if it's needed anyway. And got the empty, which I got from Cormac. Then we got these functions which will search and print methods. And just using the insert with empty. So we'll just use prepend and append. Otherwise it will just go back to a new position. So it's going to set the previous position into a new node, and same with the next node, a new node. And this is just remove function, which will remove information from positions that user inputs. So delay empty, invalid negotiation, or negative positions. So whatever user inputs, they will delete. Then we have remove the head of the list. Then we have removed the tail. That should be tail. remove the tail, otherwise you set it to default 0 value, and then we'll just return the count, which is the size in the linked list. And that's pretty much for our linked list class. Then we have a iterator class, so we have just default constructor, full constructor, and deconstructor. Then we have these operators. These operators are used in for the for loop. Then we have the valid, which will check if the iterator is valid and returns false. If it's not, it's not valid. And then this will check for iterator and returns information stored at the point. And these will just check the iterators and return the nodes. So next node, previous nodes. And this will just set the next node or previous node. And that's pretty much for a linked list. And that's pretty much the code used so far for this. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.